Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to say even a word after the revolution. Young man, young Sudanese Revolution. I say this. That's my poem, guys. The coming poem. So the title of the coming poem is Young Man, Young Sudanese Revolution. Young men and women. It was a great job, guys. You've done it. It was amazing. So I decided to write a poem about this one, and very soon the poem will come out. It's the title, as I say, Young Man Revolution, Historical Revolution. But in fact, there's something I wanted to talk about. It has to do with New Sudan. It has to do with our role as young people. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do after the revolution? You guys, congratulations for working so hard, and it was really awesome job you've ever done in the history of the world. It was for the first time ever. It was very unique revolution. So to all Sudanese in Sudan and outside Sudan, I'll say congratulations again, all over the world. You have done a great job. I don't want to talk about that one, but let me say something. What is our role after the revolution as young men? As you know that the old regime left nothing in Sudan, burned everything down, clashed everything. The old regime made us enemy to each other, made us hate each other, made us versus them, and a lot of things. So how can we get out of this? How can we young men use our brain and talent and work? And I'm calling out the trainers and teachers and educators to pull us out of this hole. The old regime left us in a hole full of everything, snakes, animals, every dangerous thing is in this hole, and Sudanese inside this hole. Now we wanted to get out of this. How? It's not an easy thing, by the way. And the only way out of education for me is my point of view. I think is education, because we had no education. That the old regime made a curriculum, a method of education that creates ignorance. That's the only thing we had. You finish textbooks, you finish universities, you got certificates, but at the end of the day you end up ignorant. So for me as young men, we have to share a big deal here. And what we do is we have to, let's say, share our things everywhere. Like trainers, you have to train people. Teachers, you have to teach people. Entrepreneurs, you have to do your job. We have to, make it big and strong. We need to start as young men. I know you guys, and I believe that you can change the world, not just Sudan. You can change that. So I want every young man and woman think about, what is my role in this new Sudan? What am I going to do about it? What do I have to share? What am I supposed to do to help create a new Sudan? Alright? And young men, you guys, you came up with the revolution. And I know you will come out with a better Sudan too. A better place, a better Sudan that could, we can live in. So my advice is for myself and to everybody out there is share us your things. This morning I started talking to my people. I told them I want you to do everything with a different mind and different idea. Long time ago you were very frustrated, you don't know what to do, even if Even if you fly, nobody will see you. Because if you never follow them, you're not with them. Even if you fly, you're nothing. If you're qualified, everything you have, you're really nothing. But we want to show the world that we are equal. We are human, first of all. And second of all, and most importantly, most of all, is we are Sudanese. That's our tribe. Our tribe is Sudanese. Our direction is Sudanese. Our country is Sudan. And we are Sudanese only. That's it. That's what we want to tell the world. So we want to shout out loud and tell everybody about it. You see? That's what really I want to see happen first. Because we've been mocked down, we've been knocked down, we've been, they gave us a lot of things. Let's say they enrich our mind with these kind of things, us versus them. A lot of bad tribalism and racism and a lot of other things ism. So what I want you guys to put in your mind and think about it whenever you wake up, whenever you go to bed, whenever you eat and drink, wherever you go, just think about it. As a young man or as a young woman, what do I have to share to shape a new Sudan out of and free of all of the things we have seen? The bad experience that we have to learn from this bad experience, brothers and sisters, otherwise we will knock down again. Well, like they gave us Sudan, they collapsed Sudan down and they gave us Sudan, but we can build Sudan again. We can build it, but that needs a lot of hard working and a lot of things. In fact, it's easy to say, but I know it's really hard to work it out. It's really hard to do. Look, if you can't do anything, if you can't share even a word, work hard on yourself. Change yourself. Build yourself. Think about yourself. Because if everybody, work hard on himself or herself, things will go out clean and clear. I'm not saying this is the last thing, this is the last thing you think about it. I mean, like, you can't do anything. The only thing you can do is to work hard on yourself. If you can do that, well, you've done the best thing. But I'm calling out, as I say, these people, leaders. We want to create leaders. We want to create leaders with an open mind, educated leaders. Leaders who got the idea to lead Sudan. Alright? So think about how you build these people. What do you want to share to build this generation, to build these leaders? A great teacher, a great father and mother, a great entrepreneurs, a great peers, a great friend, a great neighbor. How can we create this? I wanted to talk a lot, but please, again, let me remind you one thing. What to do as young men after the revolution. We're still thinking and we're still talking about to get the revolution clean. And there are a lot of things we need to think about them. The punishment to these people who, destroy Sudan. But this is later on. I don't want to talk about it now. But let's say, yes, now Sudan is free. Sudan is free. I can say this out loud. Free. Alright? But as young men, I'll talk about this one. As young men, what we have to do. What should we do to share and change Sudan? I'll talk about this one. But I just want to grab your attention here. I want you to think from now. To think different. To feel different. To think different, to work different, to start different, to do everything differently. You were in a Sudan, you were in a jungle full of dangerous and wild animals. But now, you're really free. So think free. Even, when we're learning we learn with clean brain. When we chatting, we chat with clean brain and free. When we do everything, we felt different, a lot different, a lot better than long time ago. Even our class. And the funny thing is, let me tell you guys, is in a class, in a lecture, if I wanted to ask people to repeat a thing, I don't tell them like again or say it, or can you say that again? I just say revolution. I say Thora, and just people repeat again. Like we wanted to repeat a word or 2 or 3 sentences. When I ask them to repeat, we don't say repeat. We say revolution, or in the Arabic language we say Thora, and then people they start repeating. Kind of funny, yeah. I know, it's a joke. Well, so I myself, I'll be very obvious the next video. I'll talk about, as young man, what I'm going to do about, I'm going to do to Sudanese, or what I'll share. You know, I'll help my brothers and sisters to do the part I can touch, the part I can do, things I can share, things I can help my brothers and sisters to grow, things I can, you know, help my brothers to, in the side of building ourselves well and having a strong characters and let's say personalities. And you know guys, the role of the strong personality play a big role in a life more than any, you know, knowledge or geniusness. The strong personality will take you out to the world. So we need to build ourselves. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters.